the Bear and Cheryl Show, Thanksgiving Day edition. So, Bear and I are coming at you. Hello, everybody. It's just Thanksgiving Day morning. Well, kind of Sunday, but we usually kind of tend to celebrate it on the Sunday. At least that's what my grandmother did, my nanny, and my family, such as it was. We celebrated it. So, although it's really Monday, it is really Monday, actually. But we thought we would come on here Sunday morning. It's such a beautiful day. It's been such a beautiful weekend so far, which is not always the case. Sometimes it isn't. But man, it's a beautiful day for hiking or walking. My goodness, it's still even sunny. It's almost like a second summer in a way, which we could all use considering the one we actually had. So, it's sunny out. Yes, I really love the sun. Cheryl and I sat in the sun for like almost a whole hour yesterday. We did, didn't we? Oh my God, did we get some good sun? Because we get the morning sun where I live, you know. Although the afternoon sun is way better in my opinion. Agreed. Yeah. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, as again, I tend to have many American friends. Oh, check the cup out, everybody. Pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. These are my words to you. Yes. And I hope that you enjoy Canadian Thanksgiving as well, if you happen to be here or if you're abroad somewhere. So, Canadian Thanksgiving is in October because we view Thanksgiving as more of a harvest holiday than the people do in the United States. They see it much more as a pre-Christmas holiday. And for them, I think it's more of well, it's definitely related to food, but it's also become related to other things. Of course, the Pilgrims came on Plymouth Rock to meet the Native Indians, as they were called, but of course we don't call them that now, although I think the U.S. still might. And they talked about the food that they had available for them at the time, right? And so that's similar to Canada in that we have similar kind of growing seasons, depending on where you are in the country and the things that you can grow, sort of the harvest food, right? And so that kind of thing. And also there's very much related to football and to shopping, which ours really isn't. Like we kind of have a Black Friday up here now, but not really, but they really do. And then I think they also have something called Cyber Monday. So it's quite a big holiday down in the States. It's really not a big holiday up here. We do get the day off, but only it's called a bank holiday, right? So only the people who work in the government usually get the day off. Everybody else actually works. I got the day off working in colleges as I do as a professor, but most people honestly don't get the day off. So it's kind of a very wonderful day, though, as it comes up to Halloween. So for us, Halloween is after Thanksgiving. So it's kind of this beautiful sort of harvesty month, October is. And often we have lovely weather like we've had now the last few days, which is very cool. And you think about getting your Halloween costume together and, you know, it's definitely a time to spend with your family and to really thank God for all the good in your life or spirit or whatever you think, you know. But in my family, of course, it was God, and we would go around and talk about what were we thankful for this year. So Bear and I wanted to do that as well. Bear, do you want to go first? Yes, absolutely. It's the morning, and it's just been such a sunny kind of weekend, so I'm feeling so very good. So I'm thankful for Cheryl always because she is my best friend. Thank you, baby. And I'm also thankful for our wonderful home, that we have a wonderful home, and that Cheryl has a very wonderful job and is getting better and better every day. And I'm thankful for God as everybody and everything, because God helps us. Thank you, baby. Yes, God in my mind is also everywhere. and God helps everybody. And so I am very grateful for that. I'm grateful that God is keeping me here for, as they say, another kick around the sun. And I'm grateful that my job is doing so well and that I am able to afford all that you can see and even stuff you can't. So I'm very happy about that. And as you may know, I've had some health issues, and yeah, they seem to be turning a corner. So very excited about that. And the sun. I am always thankful about the sun. And I have a wonderful new friend that I have had for a while, and she is really good to me. So we both enjoy each other's company. And she is American, so we chat all the time. And I do have some other American friends that I'm also very grateful for. So I'm just grateful for all the good that is here and all the good that is coming, which is very exciting because a new day is dawned, I think. And I feel like the good is coming, and I'm so excited. And we're both very hopeful. Yes, we really are, because it's been a while coming. I agree. So those are some things we're very thankful about. And let's see, what else can we talk about? Again, we also want to talk about the fact that we have a holiday in November called Remembrance Day. Now, it's a very solemn holiday, of course, remembering all the fallen soldiers in all the wars that we have had. And they didn't want Remembrance Day and Thanksgiving Day to match up too close, because that used to happen sometimes before they set the date. Like you'd have Remembrance Day and you'd also have Thanksgiving bang up against each other, which we didn't want that to do. So I believe it was 1957 where they set the date as the second week in October to celebrate our harvest origins and that God helped us all get through the winter. Because if you know Canada, you know there's some winter. I live in British Columbia, so usually our winter isn't that bad. Although in the rest of Canada, yeah, it's pretty extreme. But again, we do eat similar things. Stuffing is one of the greatest things of the Thanksgiving Day meal. Again, gravy. Sometimes people make it themselves with the drippings of the turkey or the chicken, the roast chicken. My sweet grandmother, boy, she could cook, man. She would start in the morning and she would put it in just like at Christmas, and she'd put the turkey in like 8:30, because those things take a while to cook. And then, of course, potatoes and gravy and yams and pie, and she'd make her pie because she could cook. So she'd make an apple pie. People don't really make pumpkin pies that much, but they certainly make apple pies, and she could make one. And it was really good. And then we would have all kinds of other things, cranberry sauce and all kinds of other things. And we would often toast with bubbly apple juice, which was a really big thing for a while. I don't know if we still do it now, but here is to my wonderful nanny that I love. We love you, Nanny. And she is with us in spirit. So we're going to do a good book. Now, I tried to find again some kind of Thanksgiving Day books. Yes, we don't know what's happening with our autumn book series, but we seem to be missing a few. I did give some away, because they actually, it's a wonderful way to think about a book. And a book, because I have quite a big library, is like a sea. The books come in, the books go out. The books come in, the books go out. Like a wave, because you get new books, and then you give books up to other people, and then you get new books from other people. So that might have been what happened. But we were looking for our Thanksgiving books, and we did come across this one. Boom. Clifford's Thanksgiving Day Visit. We happened across that. And we thought, well, you know what? I didn't even know we had this book. But we obviously got it from somewhere. So we thought that we would share Thanksgiving with you and read this book. So baby, yes, I know I need to change my spot so that you can see the book better. Yeah. Thank you, baby. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. He just really likes looking at the books because I have worked myself very much to get good reading skills. This is Clifford. I loved Clifford when I was little. Clifford is an old, old book, meaning that when I was in kindergarten or grade 1, I could go and get Clifford books. This particular one, I'm not sure exactly how old it is, but let's have a look. Oh, let's see. It's from 1993. Now, this is about American Thanksgiving, but it's still very cool. Like, there's something also very, very neat that, of course, in Canada, we would sometimes watch too. And it's called the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And that is a very cool thing. There is a department store called Macy's, which I think still exists in the United States. Of course, I've never been to because I haven't been able to travel that much. But some people have, and they've gone, and it's a big, big parade. And it's kind of an amazing thing. And I remember when I was little, why is Santa Claus in your Thanksgiving Day parade? Because I didn't understand it. The occasional time I would be able to see it on TV because we didn't get that day off, right, as Canadian kids. And then I found out later that it was because it's the gateway to Christmas for American kids, right? So that was kind of interesting. So it figures in this story. There is a big parade, and one of the big things is they have these giant balloons. I'm sure those of you who are American know what I'm talking about, and maybe Canadians do as well, that they have these giant balloons that makes the Macy's Parade. So we're going to talk about that today, too. So here we go. There you go. Wow, what is Clifford? What do they look like they dressed up? Is that Halloween? Maybe it is. Let's check it out. Hi, my name is Emily Elizabeth. My dog Clifford and I have a lot of fun on Halloween. Then as soon as Halloween is over, we start looking forward to Thanksgiving, which I think is the last Thursday in November. So very close to Christmas. Last Thanksgiving, my family flew away to visit my grandma, which is like a nanny, but we call them nanny in England. And Canadians are often English, right? So my grandmother was French, like not Quebec French, but her mother was from France. But my grandfather was English, so we use the word nanny for my grandmother. Clifford had to stay home because Clifford couldn't get on the plane, right? Our neighbors looked after him. They were very kind, but Clifford got lonely. He thought about his own family, his father, his sisters, Bonnie and Claudia, his brother Nero. They all live in different places, which may happen with you and your family, right? Maybe they all live in different places. And in the U.S., people really do travel a lot more because Thanksgiving is considered a pretty big holiday. So family would travel from all over the place to visit each other. We don't really do that here in Canada very much. If we were to do it, we'd do it in another holiday, like maybe Christmas or Easter or something. Most of all, Clifford thought about his mom. He decided to spend Thanksgiving Day with her. She lives in the city. Early Thanksgiving morning, Clifford started out. It was easy. There weren't many cars. And you probably know that Clifford is ginormous, right? If you've read the first one, the first Clifford, he grows ginormously. But as he got near the city, there were a lot of cars. Everybody was going to see their moms. Some drivers were in a hurry. They bumped into Clifford and they honked at him. Oh, well, that's not very polite, is it? But then it might be better if Clifford wasn't on the road. Clifford came to a bridge. There were no cars on it. They had all stopped. Clifford wondered why. He soon found out it was a drawbridge. It was opening right under Clifford. Have you ever seen a drawbridge? That's a bridge that goes up so boats can go by. because they wouldn't be able to go by if the bridge wasn't something that could be raised. So let's see what happens. Oh no! Poor Clifford. What happens to Clifford, everybody? Can you see? Splash! Yeah, Clifford ends up in the water, as they say. Sometimes we call it the drink. Clifford ended up in the drink, because you drink water. But not from the sea, because you won't like it. Clifford was wet and cold. He didn't want to get back on the highway. There was only one other way to go. So what's Clifford going to do now? Can anybody tell me? What does it look like Clifford's going to do? Yeah, he's going to go in the tunnel. Oh my goodness. Although you shouldn't just go in tunnels because it's not safe unless you know what's in there. The tunnel was dark and narrow. Suddenly there was a roar and a bright light in Clifford's eyes. The train stopped. The people inside were as surprised as Clifford. So that was a train tunnel. So Clifford shouldn't have gone in there. That was a tunnel for the train. He couldn't turn around, so he pushed the train back outside the station. Then he jumped up to the street. So what do you think? You think the people weren't very happy about that, maybe? Because now they have to go again. But we'll see what happens. He was in a strange neighborhood. Nothing looked familiar. Where was his mom? Clifford saw a very tall building. He climbed up to look around. Because, you know, the city's very busy. There's lots of big buildings in the city. Well, I wonder if Clifford's going to see his mom. Let's see. He could see his old neighborhood. He could see his mom's home. He jumped down and started walking. A Thanksgiving Day parade was blocking his way. Clifford usually liked parades. Can anybody see what the parade is? Can anybody tell? Look right down there. That's right, it's Macy's. It's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. He walked right into it. Well, let's see what happens. But he was in a hurry to get to his mom. He decided to take a shortcut through the park. He was almost there. He passed some kids playing football in the park. Does anybody know what the name of the park is? I'm not sure, but I think we're in New York now, because that's where the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is always held. I think it might be Central Park. Maybe it's Central Park in New York. Clifford didn't mean to, but he wound up in the game. At last, he found his mom. Where does his mom live? Can you guys see? Way over there. Do you see? That's where his mom lives. So she lives in a very different place than he lives. It looks like she lives in an apartment. She was happy to see her little boy. Her owner was happy too. He served them a nice Thanksgiving dinner. Isn't that nice? He went and had Thanksgiving dinner with his mom. How great is that? I was having fun at Grandma's house, but I kept thinking about Clifford. I wondered if he was thinking about me. That's Emily Elizabeth. She's thinking about Clifford, too. He was. He loves his mom, but as soon as he could, he hurried home. So did I, because they missed each other. They were so happy to see their family, but they wanted to go home and see each other, too. Because I'm thankful for Clifford, and he is thankful for me. So that's the story, everybody. That's Clifford's Thanksgiving visit. Well, I'm going to get Bear come back. Yeah, everybody, what do you think of the story? I mean, I kind of like it, Clifford being with his mom. That's really kind of great. Well, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hopefully, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have some good, wonderful family and some great pumpkin pie. Yeah, and eat some stuffing and gravy for me. The Bear and Cheryl Show, Thanksgiving Day edition.